Welcome back to the cryptowrld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, Bitcoin is rejecting from this crucial area of resistance in the immediate short term, now retesting this important area of support as the US stock market is continuing to absolutely dump in the immediate short term, as we now have new price targets revealing in the Bitcoin liquidation heat map that we need to pay attention to. So I'll be talking about that in just a moment, alongside Ethereum, which is also continuing to struggle at this massive area of resistance here, while the price of Solana is doing the same, continuing to reject from this significant area of resistance. So I'll be talking about all of that and more later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, just before taking a look at the Bitcoin and crypto charts today, we need to take a quick look at the US stock market today. This is the S&P 500 index on the 4-hour time frame, and right now we're simply seeing the continuation of the larger pullback across the US stock market. So obviously in the immediate short term, we're seeing yet another short-term dump after yesterday's slight little bounce that we did see throughout yesterday's trading day. And so obviously overall, we're still seeing a lot of weakness, and in fact, bearish momentum is only picking up right now for the US stock market, which is not good news for the Bitcoin and crypto market, because as I always say, the crypto market is highly correlated to the stock market. Of course, it's not a perfect one-to-one correlation, but basically if the stock market's showing a lot of weakness like this, dumping in the short term, don't really expect any significant bullish price action or bullish momentum for the crypto market. In fact, it's much more likely we'll see a lot of weakness or possible pullbacks for crypto if the US stock market is looking like this. So keep that in mind throughout the video. And if we're taking a look at the Bitcoin charts today here on the weekly time frame, the super trend indicator is still sitting in the red, and of course we're still playing out a massive bearish divergence, not yet being invalidated. So if we're talking about the much larger trend, or in other words the bear market, technically we've not yet confirmed the end of that larger bearish trend, but in the somewhat short to mid-term here relative to the weekly time frame, of course we're currently playing out an oversold signal in the weekly Bitcoin RSI for the first time since around middle of 2022. And what happened last time we saw this signal confirm and play out over the next 1 month or so, over the next multiple weeks, we did actually see a bit of a relief. That time around, it was a decent bullish relief over the next month, give or take, but that was not necessarily the bottom of the bear market. We still ultimately head lower later on. And so keep that in mind. Once again, larger trend not changed over the last 1 day, but still playing out this oversold signal on the weekly time frame. And of course, here on the 3-day time frame, over the last 1 to 1.5 months now, we've been perfectly playing out this oversold signal in the 3-day Bitcoin price chart in the form of this relief that we've seen, a break from the much larger bearish trend, but not necessarily confirming the complete end or the complete reversal out of the trend. So once again, as I've been saying this entire time, expect this price action, but we're potentially still in a similar situation to what we saw near the end of 2025, entering into very early this year. So keep that in mind, understand the difference between the different time frames. And of course, we still have significant resistance in this area in between around 72,000 to 76,000, which we've just perfectly rejected from over the last few days. And if we're zooming further into the short term, taking a look at the 4-hour Bitcoin price chart, obviously right now we have short-term support and resistance to watch out for. First of all, we have this area of support sitting in between 69,000 to 69.5k, and just yesterday that's pretty much exactly where the price bounced from. Obviously I've been talking about this area of support for a while now on the channel, so still expect support in between 69,000 to 69.5k approximately. And as for resistance, expect a lot of resistance in between around 71,000 to 72,000 here in the shorter term. And obviously over the last 1 day, in fact a matter of hours ago, that's exactly what we saw. We found a lot of resistance in this exact area of resistance as expected, and saw a short-term rejection from that area. And so obviously, like I talked about in my last video just yesterday, when the price was starting to bounce from this area of support, I said just yesterday it's extremely likely that over the next 24 hours the price is just going to chop around in this range right here, not break below this support, not see a breakout above this resistance, just for the next 24 hours, bounce around in this area. And obviously, since I said that yesterday, that's exactly what has now played out as predicted. And so what do I predict right now for the next 24 hours? And well, right now there's an increasing risk that we could see a break towards the downside. As always, no such thing as a guarantee, but what we are seeing right now in the US stock market, once again, not good news for Bitcoin and crypto. And on top of that, if we're looking at the the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, we now have more liquidity building just below the price of Bitcoin here. Looking at the last 2 weeks worth of price action, we have new liquidity building in between 68,000 to 68.7K. And so if we're looking at that area on the price chart, that is right around here. So basically just below this previous low, which does suggest potentially a move below this area of support. Now, of course, if it's a very quick move, it's possible we could get back up above this support and continue to hold above that area over the coming days, maybe over the weekend while the stock market's closed. If it's a quick move, if it's just a candle wick like that, for example. But if we start confirming candle closes below around 69,000 to 69.5K, especially if we fail to get back above that area, then of course that would be the confirmed break towards the downside and pointing towards a continued move down towards this next area of support in between around 65.5K to 66,000 as the next important area of support here in the short term. Once again, only if we first actually confirm a break below this area at 69,000 to 69.5K. But something else to consider is the fact that the 4-hour Bitcoin RSI, even though we have seen a bit of a reset over the last 1 day away from oversold, we're still closer towards oversold than we are towards overbought, which means, let's just say if we see a bit of a pullback here, it's likely that very soon the RSI would get closer towards oversold or even enter into oversold if we see a decent pullback, which means we have somewhat limited room towards the downside, at least when we're talking about short-term moves. And so overall, what is most likely going to happen is, at least over the coming hours, maybe over the next half a day to 1 day, it's possible we could still hold this area as support, still find a bit of support in between around 69,000 to 69.5K. But especially if the stock market today closes like this, if we don't see any bounce before the end of the trading day, in that situation, it's very likely that at some stage over the next couple of days, we'll see a slight little move below this area of support as a likely scenario to take out this area of liquidity. But then once again, if we see that slight little bearish move and we see a drop in the RSI closer towards oversold, it's possible that that bearish move might not necessarily be a massive bearish move. It might just be a slight little bearish move to wipe out this liquidity. So overall, those are my expectations and the key levels and signals to watch out for moving forward in the shorter term. And of course, the somewhat midterm here, if you want to call it that, not really changed, still playing out this bullish relief, still playing out this oversold signal. And of course, the super long-term trends, the multi-month, if not the yearly trend, not really changed at all over the last 1 day. And of course, if you want to trade any of these moves in the price of Bitcoin or any crypto, you need to be set up ready to go on a crypto exchange. And if you use the first link below the video in the description and in the pinned comment, that first link below this video will take you to this page right here over on the 2bit crypto exchange, which by the way is a no KYC exchange and is an exchange that I personally use myself from time to time. And if you simply use that first link below the video to actually make your 2bit account, as you can see right here, for a limited time, there's currently a 3.5 million USDT prize pool up for grabs simply just by trading crypto using that first link below the video. And on top of that, there's also exclusive bonuses that are only available if you're making your 2bit account using that first link below the video. So as you can see, you can get up to an extra 200 USDT in actual withdrawable stablecoins onto your 2bit account just by simply trading crypto. So obviously, if you're going to be trading crypto anyway or preparing to take the next trading opportunity, you might as well check this out. You might as well take advantage of this. Once again, first link below the video. And remember, 2bit is also a no KYC exchange. But with that being said, taking a quick look at the Bitcoin dominance chart on the daily time frame, and of course the short-term bearish move currently is bearish, but overall we're still basically just bouncing around in a pretty much sideways price range, as we've seen over the last multiple months now for the Bitcoin dominance, which means a lot of the altcoin market on average, especially the larger altcoins, will still likely perform very similar to whatever Bitcoin does in the short term, which means, of course, if Bitcoin is likely going to show a bit of weakness now in the shorter term, expect a bit of weakness for a lot of the altcoins is basically what this is telling us right now. And if we're taking a look at Ethereum on the 3-day time frame, of course, we are indeed seeing some short-term weakness, especially ever since we run into this significant area of resistance here, sitting in between around 2.2K to 2.4K. So continue to expect strong resistance, which means the price to struggle or possibly reject from around this area on the price chart. And if we're taking a look at the daily Ethereum price chart, we've just now officially confirmed one daily candle close back below 2,150, which is the lower end of this area, which was previous resistance. And we've now broken back below that area, once again below 2150, which is obviously not good news, at least in the short-term moves for Ethereum. And so this means we're basically breaking back into the the previous range that we've been in for over a month now, besides that short-term breakout that we saw over the last few days, over the last 1 week or so. But if we're zooming further into the short term, taking a look at the 4-hour Ethereum price chart, we can see the break towards the downside much more clearly here. Obviously, we've confirmed multiple candle closes back below this area of previous resistance, which was sitting in between around 2150 to 2.2k, and temporarily it was acting as a bit of support on the first retest, but once again we failed to hold that area, confirmed candle closes back below the area, and right now, as of recording this video, we're actually seeing a retest and a rejection from this area, essentially flipping support, which was previous resistance, then support, and then flipping it now back into resistance, which is technically bearish price structure, at least in the short-term moves. And once again, Ethereum will likely follow similar price action to whatever Bitcoin does. And so, like I said earlier in the video, for Bitcoin, my exact prediction is continued weakness in the short term, quite possibly a bit more of a pullback at some stage within the next couple of days below this area of support, which means expect something similar to that for Ethereum here in the shorter term, a bit of weakness struggling at this resistance. But as for support to watch out for, I would expect a decent amount of support in the short term at this level right here, which is sitting at around 2070 approximately, and below that I'd expect more support at roughly around 2010. And if we're taking a look at the XRP price chart on the weekly time frame, of course the much larger trend, in other words the bear market, is technically still the case. We're still playing out the massive bearish divergence. Obviously not much has changed in that regard over the last 1 day, and of course we still have significant support in this area, this golden pocket sitting in between $1.30 to $1.40, and we have significant resistance based on this previous Fibonacci level here, now acting as strong resistance at around $1.60. So obviously nothing's really changed here for quite a long time. I've been talking about these same levels on this XRP price chart here for many months now. In fact, for over half a year, since much higher prices, I've been talking about all of this still to come. So right now, all of that's still playing out, not much else to say here. But if we're taking a look at the short-term moves here on the 4-hour XRP price chart, just over the last 1 day, obviously we played out a slight little bounce from this descending line of resistance, flipping into support, and then we saw a perfect rejection from this exact area of resistance, sitting in between around $1.45 to $1.47 approximately. So obviously expect resistance there. And as for support, it is possible we could find a small amount of support here at around $1.43 approximately. But keep in mind, once again, XRP, along with a lot of the altcoins, will likely follow similar price action to what Bitcoin does, which means, as I said earlier in the video, for Bitcoin, my exact prediction is continued weakness in the short term for the price of Bitcoin, which means continue to expect weakness for XRP, which means it's extremely likely that very soon it's likely will break below this level of support at around $1.43 and quite possibly see a move down towards the next levels of support. First of all, I would expect maybe some support at around $1.42, but ultimately the next important level of support in the short term is sitting at around $1.39. And if we break below that, we have significant support in this area in between $1.30 to $1.35. And so overall, expect a lot of weakness in the short term for XRP, following similar price action to what Bitcoin does in the short term. And if we're taking a look at Solana on the 3-day time frame, obviously the much larger trend has not changed over the last 1 day. The short to mid-term situation is that we're still playing out this relief, this oversold signal, exactly as predicted over a month ago, playing out in the form of a slight bullish relief for just over a month here, but now perfectly rejecting from my exact area of resistance, still sitting in between $95 to $105. So continue to expect strong resistance in this area, which means likely rejections or the price struggling from around this area on the price chart. So obviously all of that still playing out very nicely here for Solana. And if we're taking a look at the short-term price action here on the 4-hour Solana price chart, just over the last 1 to 2 days, we have seen a break back below this area right here, which was previous resistance. And initially on the first attempt, the first retest here was a bit of support in the short term, and that was sitting in between $88.70 to $90.70. But once again, we've now, since that first little retest, we've now broken below the area with this candle close below the area. And then we came back up for a retest over the last 1 day to test if this might be now acting as resistance. And we're pretty much now, as of recording this video, getting our answer. We're starting to struggle in this area, which means we're flipping this area back into resistance again, which is of course short-term bearish price structure, pointing towards continued weakness, at least in the short term for the next couple of days, is a very likely scenario, which means likely a little bit more of a pullback here, potentially roughly at least down towards around 86.70 is the first important level of support here, at roughly $86.70. But below that, I would expect to move potentially down towards around $84.50 as another key level of support in the short term. And if we're taking a look at Chainlink on the 3-day time frame, it's a very similar situation here. Once again, the much larger or longer term multi-month trend technically still bearish. The short to mid-term situation for over a month now has been playing out an oversold signal in the 3-day Chainlink RSI, exactly as predicted over a month ago. And so obviously for the last 1 to almost 2 months now, we've been perfectly playing out this relief, a bit of a break from the larger bearish trend, but not yet confirming the end or the reversal out of the much larger bearish trend. And of course, we're also rejecting from this significant area of resistance here for the price of Chainlink, sitting in between $9.50 to $10, especially that $10 level. That is a massive level of resistance based on that being a psychological level and also significant previous support now acting as new resistance at pretty much exactly $10. And in terms of what is likely going to happen in the short term for the price of Chainlink, once again, just follow my Bitcoin analysis, which suggests most likely continued weakness. Basically, this rejection in the short term continuing for a little longer over the next couple of days is a very likely scenario for the price of Chainlink, but also likely, at least over the next few days, still holding above this area of support, once again in between 790 to 850. So ultimately remaining in this range, but in the immediate short term, showing a bit of weakness, getting closer towards this support as a very likely scenario. And so overall, those are my exact predictions for the crypto market, the key levels, price targets, and signals to watch out for moving forward. And of course, if you want to trade any of these moves in the price of any crypto, once again, check out the links below this video to those exchanges if you want to take advantage of massive bonuses that are only available using those links to certain exchanges. And if you want to actually know how you can trade these moves, no matter what the price is doing, to profit at all times in the market, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen, because the video in the top left shows you how you can profit from bullish or bearish price action using long positions or short positions, and the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.